born in England or somewhere else?
No, I was born here, yeah.
Right. Well, English culture means that we can have free conversation.
Right.
And my attitude is, anyone who doesn't like English culture, piss off.
But it's a controversial topic that we have, that.
Well,
so
of course
I feel
it
like
is.
we are going
but my point is, I don't think in my country, and believe me, every inch of this land is mine. My ancestors have lived here for over 1,000 years. I don't believe in bending anything to newcomers. You've chosen to live in my country. You live by our ways, and that means we have the right to intellectually criticize one another's faiths. As a Christian, I'm not intimidated by that, because as a Christian, we've already gone through hundreds of years of doing this to ourselves. Christianity can stand up to it. Islam, by contrast, is pretty new to the world of getting criticized intellectually. And a lot of Muslims are not used to it, and a lot of Muslim culture is not used to it. And that's why a lot of Muslims lose their temper. It is absolutely right to criticize Muhammad, his conduct, his words. It's absolutely right to criticize whether you can trust anything of the reports about Muhammad. It's right to criticize the Quran. And if you don't like that, go and live somewhere else. We will be better off without you in this country. If you're willing to accept those terms, then you feel free to criticize my belief in Jesus, my Bible, and my church. And let's have that debate, because I'm confident in a fair intellectual debate, free from intimidation, free from bullying, harassment, or attack. I will be able to demonstrate that Christianity is true and Islam is false.
Okay.
Do you accept those terms?
So, yeah, okay.
Do you accept those terms?
Hang on. I'm just trying to process.
All right.
Okay. So, when an ideology comes to your country, okay, and that ideology, the people that follow it is prescribed upon them to defend themselves or fight those who fight them.
Yeah.
Right, and to argue, yes, in the nicest manner, and I may not have conducted myself last week in a Muslim appropriate manner. Okay, I might have been a hypocrite.
Don't worry, bro. I don't always exemplify the best of Christian grace and virtue.
Well, the spirit was there. The basic spirit of what I had there, trying to defend my religion, is prescribed upon me, because if I don't even have a morsel of it, I'm explaining to this gentleman here, if I don't even have a morsel of that, it says in my books that I can never enter heaven. And this is the jealousy that was praised in Islam. That if some people here have come here and they've preached terrorism, right? Because of this
Islamists,
this leader that we have, right? That we're supposed to fight, but those people have turned that into something very violent. I don't believe it has to be necessarily be violent. I think we can defend our religion in conversation. I believe we can defend our religion in different ways.
You're accepting the terms that I offered.
In fact,
but I want to be clear. I want a country that will destroy anyone who does not accept the terms that I offered.
Yeah.
Any Islamist who tries to impose Sharia law, any Islamist who thinks that we're going to use violence because you criticized our prophet, or you criticized our book, or you criticized our hadith, I want a country that will destroy their lives, take away their kids, chuck them in prison, stop them having jobs, boot them out of the country. Yeah. I don't want to tolerate any Muslim living in this country that does not accept the Christian heritage of this land and what comes with that. But if you are willing to accept the Christian heritage of the nation and are willing to support the best of the Christian heritage that you can from within your own Muslim paradigm, then there's a place for you, right? Right? It's not just get rid of Muslims because they're Muslims. But I don't give a shit about Islamists. I think we need to ruin their lives, make every part of their life horrible, and anyone who even slightly hints at an Islamist ideology should be dealt with mercilessly, ruthlessly.
Right.
Are we clear about the terms?
I'm clear about that, and I'm look. from my perspective, look, I'm Arabic, okay? The Arabic world is different from the English world. What I see you as is not what like most people here will see you as. What I see when you're saying these words is ghira. It's the same prescription that we have in Islam about ourselves. So what you're saying, this jealousy, exists in the Bible, by the way. God is the most jealous God, right? So he does not accept to have idols. So this is the highest form of ghira in Islam, is the shirk. He does not accept for any other God. He does not accept for any other image. He does not. So that's fine. That is something everyone should have, and it might come out in ugly ways at times, but that's the spirit there.
Yeah.
That is the spirit there. That's fine.
I want to be clear. Like, the reason why I was so aggravated at you last week is because I had just been told that you had threatened a Christian child.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's a 16-year-old boy.
Ish.
What? No, my apologies,
Bob.
Little Bob.
No, that wasn't me.
Was it not? Maybe I've got it mixed
No,
up.
I wasn't even there.
Maybe fair enough. Fair enough. I might have got it mixed up. But I had heard that Bob had been threatened with death. Or maybe it was Ish. Actually, I just need to go back and look at who told me. Someone.
I threatened him.
You threatened Ish. You threatened Ish.
No. He claimed that I threatened him.
Right.
He claimed that,
That's the point, right?
Because what he was saying is you have the aggressive spirit. He was saying to me,
But bro,
spirit.
you do come to this park with an aggressive spirit. Now, not today, not now.
No, it
but
has to be.
I've encountered your aggressive spirit. You harassed me. Your very first time that we encountered one another.
Well, I'm allowed to do that.
No. It was beyond heckling. It was harassment, and it was based on my being a Christian. And
Where?
I didn't put in a complaint into the police.
Okay.
Because even though I could have, because A, I don't believe the police would have done anything, because you're not white and you're not Christian.
That goes around saying bad things about Islam.
Right? What? Sorry?
She harasses Muslims. She comes. They haven't kicked her out. They haven't done anything.
I
And I don't think I've done anything that's like that.
But who's going to be intimidated by a 5-foot little woman, no matter how much she screams, versus a big guy like you getting in people's faces, effing and blinding, insulting, making jokes about their religion, like you did with me, right? That is you. Now, I hope that you come to this park as a better interlocutor, so that me and you can have a more meaningful dialogue. Because I want to demonstrate to you, out of my love for you, that you're on the wrong hack. You haven't got the hack. You're on the wrong path. You're on the wrong sunnah. You haven't got the path to the truth. And I believe, as a reasonable person, if I can have conversations with you, I might open up your mind to those truths and to those facts. But I ain't going to stand there and let you or anyone else intimidate my Christian brothers and sisters or try and intimidate me.
Okay, so the guy, the Ish, he was holding our Quran.
It's not your Quran, it was his.
Okay, it's holding our Quran, and we
It's
don't.
his Quran.
With the wrong intentions, right? So if we give out the Quran for free. That's
His
fine.
Quran.
We give them out for free for anyone to read, right? But he's coming and holding Quran with wrongful intentions.
There's nothing wrong with that.
To expose it.
This is not a Muslim country.
He basically was calling it the word of the devil, so he's very disrespectful. And upon me is the ghira. Upon me is the ghira. If he feels intimidated, let the police protect him. It's fine. And if they want to
Which
make
they
a
had
report,
to.
they can make a report.
They had to protect you. They had to
The
protect
police
him.
didn't do anything.
They
to me. They said nothing. They just
protected him.
They just said calm
They
down.
stood in your way.
I left.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But the point is, this is not a Muslim country, and this I agree. Constitutionally it is, but in reality it's not. But Muslims have no right to say that is his Quran. Sorry, that is your Quran. That is his Quran. It's his personal possession,
But why,
and he has the right to say it is the work of the devil. I've got a Quran in my bag, right here.
I don't see you hold it a lot.
I'll hold it right now. This is the word of the devil, right? That is my right
That's very
to say that.
disrespectful, don't you think?
It also
Do you
happens to
see
be
us-
true.
Do you see us going around holding the Bible
And saying it's fake and it's
No, no, no,
false and it's not from
no,
Allah?
because
Yeah,
say-
you do all
no,
the time.
No, because
You
there's
do
lots of
all
things
the
I find
time.
in the Bible.
You do all
Anything
the
I read
time.
in the Bible, and that it says the lost property of the believer is the words of wisdom. That's
Yeah.
the lost property, our lost property. If anything in
It's
there,
not
if
your
anything
property.
No, because
This is
it
not
came
an
before
Islamic
the Quran.
country.
So we do not say it's the word
This
of the
is
devil, we
not
say it's the word of God.
this is not your property.
I might shock you if I
This is
if
not
I
your
told you
property.
how many things I believe in the Bible.
This is not your
I might
property.
shock you about that.
It doesn't matter.
You might even start
Doesn't
to assume
matter a
that
jot. Doesn't matter a jot.
I'm sort of.
Doesn't
sort of-
matter a jot.
Listen, that's how close we are.
Doesn't matter a jot. If you're not in the new covenant, it accounts for nothing. My point to you is this, right? It is the right of each person in this country, right? If you want to grab a Bible and criticize it in front of me, saying that it's fake and it's fabricated and it's all been forged and that Paul invented Christianity, I find those comments insulting, right? So I have no sympathy at all for you when we say that your Quran is the word of the devil, because you don't think twice about insulting Christians.
No, we don't. We don't.
Exactly. You don't think twice about it.
No, we don't.
So no,
Christians.
yes you do. Yes
Where?
you do.
Well,
when you say that the Bible is forged,
It's quite nice to Christians.
right? When you say, I've not seen any evidence of that.
No, listen.
I've really
defending my
not.
religion
I've not
and being
really
nice
seen.
to the average
I've
person
not
around here that lives in
really
this
seen
country.
any evidence of that at all.
So you don't think I'm a normal person?
The
Then what
only
you do, I'm
evidence,
just like
the
a
only
monster
evidence,
that
the only
goes around
evidence
cutting taxes.
that I've, except for this conversation right now that we're having, the only thing that I've ever seen from you is you harass Christians because they're Christians in the park.
No,
that is
never
that is my opinion of
That's
it.
never happened.
But you can change that opinion.
When have I ever
You
harassed
did it
Christians?
last week.
That's
You did
because
it last
told
week.
in the
The
Quran.
very first that's
that's
his
what's
Quran.
me.
He owns it. He can hold it if he wants to.
Listen, we can still.
It's
defend
not your
our-
Quran.
Yeah, but we
It's
can
not
still
your
defend,
Quran.
We can still defend ourselves.
Yeah, in argument,
Yeah,
you
of
can
course.
say to him, "Look,
He got intimidated.
You can,
That's
you
fine.
can. No. You harassed him. You can.
He didn't call her.
You
harassment.
harassed him.
He never called it harassment.
You harassed him.
He wanted to.
Talked
he was
about
asking
death
questions.
threats.
No.
Talked about death threats.
Okay, this is the
Right?
death threat situation.
Right.
I said to him that my God, right, you're his slave because he has your soul in his hand.
And you did it aggressively.
No.
And you did it because he was a Christian.
We believe this.
And you did it.
that in
and
the
you
night,
did it
God takes our
because
soul.
he's a
It's in
convert
his
from
hand,
Islam.
And then when you wake up,
who's
he
become
chose
Christian.
to give you your soul back.
Yeah?
That's why you wake
He's
up.
a convert from
May
Islam,
God hold it.
and that
May God hold it
upsets you
today.
because as a convert from Islam,
then he said, "I'm
his
taking a death
very falsity of your belief system, the very fact
Different environment.
that he is a Christian who converted from Islam to Christianity offends you.
Not really.
His existence offends you.
Not really, no.
Because under Sharia law, you'd want to have him killed under the apostasy laws. That is what Sharia law teaches. And brother, there's no point lying
but
to me
Sharia
about
law
these
can
things.
be changed.
He's no.
Your
Oh,
law
I
is
know
not
it
set-
can.
it's not set in
I
stone.
know. I
Okay.
know. The scholars
So
can
if
make
the
Sharia
scholars-
law whatever they
Right,
want it to
I
be.
can make an argument.
They
that-
can make
that
it whatever they want to be.
apostasy is not real. And so I've made that argument before. Because we don't know that hadith about apostasy. Was it for...
Yeah, I was talking.
Yeah.
If you had
Specific
been here
time. I
earlier,
don't believe in apostasy.
if you had been here earlier,
So that guy's...
if you had,
yeah.
you're a living example of an earlier talk that I gave, which is that Muslims change which hadiths they believe in according to what criticisms they face. And you are a perfect example of that. Because in 6 years, I've debated countless Muslims in this park who, to the point of screaming in my face, nose to nose, have defended the idea of apostasy. And yet you
No, I know.
have
I'm
chucked
aware.
the idea
I'm
under the
aware.
bus. And I agree, Sharia law can be changed. That's why Sharia law can't be trusted. That's why Sharia law can't be trusted. Because it changes all the time.
No. Yeah. So does the Pope's. The Pope can enforce laws, new laws. So because he's an authority from God. So the scholars, they're just like an authority from God. If they do ijma and they decide that this law shouldn't exist. Look, I agree with you. The current Sharia law, I don't believe it's fit for modern day. I feel like
I agree.
Islam needs some time. And I believe there's some understanding needing to be. So you're saying you change the meaning of a hadith. I think no, it's actually you need to gain a deeper understanding of a hadith. If you gain the deeper understanding that this hadith could have exactly just been for when it was the early times of Islam, when the apostates actually damaged it because the Muslims were very few.
Like the wars,
law,
like the Civil War, the first Civil War.
yeah, so
the
that
apostasy
law,
wars.
So that law could have been important for that time. But where's that scholar that's saying this